Hey there, folks. This is Do-Rag Wisdom, and I got some stuff to tell you today. After yesterday's broadcast, I'm sure I'm only talking to 10 people now. It's okay. I don't. Even if I have one person, I'm going to talk to them because, as a member of the baby bunglers, the generation that granted the young people, sorry about this focusing, guys, we have granted you all the birther bastard, the lying scumbag, the whale shit turd at the bottom of a GOP polluted ocean, the birther bastard liar and his crew of pirates. That's what we baby bunglers have given to you. We protested. Dope. Tune in, turn out, drop out. Tune in, tune out, drop out. Bunch of rich scumbags, folks, who went to college, and on their parents' dime, they protested. And you're going, wait a minute. Well, at that time, ladies and gentlemen, at that time, I'm sure there were many out there who were sincere, who got active, who jumped up to change society. Boy, we really disrupted shit, guys. You millennials, you can learn from us. Check it out. We disrupted. And we dressed like most absurd shit. See, I was never a hippie. I never joined any movements. I like to grow my hair long. That's me. It has nothing to do with hippiness or not. But in the end, my generation left you nothing. All we've given you now is the birther bastard. We're on our way out. I'm 66, baby. And I'm on my way out as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to get older and older and sicker, and then gone. And then what's left? You folks. You have to clean up our freaking mess. I'm going to tell you something. Wherever I go, wherever I am, I pick up my litter. I pick up it. I pick up my litter. I make sure my campsite is so clean that you would never know I was there. I may be a misanthrope. I may hate the human race and what it's done to this planet, but I try to be considerate. I try to be sensitive. And what we've done to you, you young people, what my stupid generation has done to you now, we put a totalitarian traitor, Putin traitor, into our government. Into it. Now I'm here to tell you, our government is very unique. It's divided in 3 parts, and it goes all the way to the local level. So this piece of shit's going to have a very hard time destroying this country. But since the corporatist Democrats fucked us, and now they've crippled the party, and since the GOP is involved in voter suppression, gerrymandering, Citizens United, and by the way, they just put through their Betsy DeVos, who's going to kill our public school system. Our unique American public school system, not charter schools, not privately run. Our school system. Our unique school system. Our free and open school system. Our free and open society without any walls. Now, these creeps have been trying to fuck our country for as long as it's been in existence. And the only reason this birther bastard turd is in our government now is because of all the combination of perfect storm circumstances, which I've said in other broadcasts. He's going to hurt us, folks. Him and his traitorous, Putin-loving party, fascist, extremist Christian party is gonna kill us. And we got 2 years. I hope we'll be around 2 years if he doesn't. He takes his little penis fingers and presses the button. Now, Bill Maher, I love Bill Maher, you know, but I don't agree with him. We don't have a president now. He says we only have one president, and he calls him President Trump. That's crap. The last president I had was Barack Obama. The last president was Barack Obama. And even that shithead who was there before him, W, was a lying scumbag who almost wiped me out, my TDA, out. He is a much better human being than this shithead that's in there now. Because the shithead that's in there now, he's not even human. He's a thing. A thing. Bill Maher says we have one president. Yes, but this is not it. He got in there through voter suppression, gerrymandering, half the people not voting, the FBI, and Putin. He doesn't belong in there. He has no respect. This birther bastard murderer Trump has no respect for our Constitution. He is going to kill more people, and he's going to get us into war, and you should reject anything that this creep does. Because he's going to do shit to hurt us. The birther bastard did things that I can't call him president. The black man who got elbowed in the face by that cracker piece of shit, I'll never forget that. Beat up on demonstrators, make fun of the handicapped, doesn't show his taxes, hasn't given up his private businesses. He's a fascist traitor piece of shit. And I will never call him president. He and his party are traitors. They're anti-American, anti-everything that our free country stands for, including freedom of the press and freedom of speech. That's why, Bill, I can't call him president. And Rachel Maddow, bless her heart, even though she annoys me by keeps repeating over and over, but when I watch the news now, it feels like I'm getting a hot lead enema. It is the most unpleasant. A reality show that is reality. Because today the GOP with Mike, the stinking piece of shit, Pence, fucked us with Betty DeVos. And they're gonna fuck us with the rest of their court, their bucket full of pirates. Because Rachel Maddow tells us, pay attention to what this shithead does. Don't worry about what he says. He's going to say a lot of things because he's a totalitarian. He uses the playbook of George Orwell's 1984. Read it. Save yourselves. Save our country. Read it. Every member of that cabinet that he's picking is the opposite of what they're supposed to serve. Because the GOP's primary goal, they get a freaking hard-on over it to destroy our government, to undermine and destroy our federal government. The only thing they want our government for is for the military. They don't want the government interfering in if a state wants to deny a woman's right to choose. They don't want the government to interfere with if they're serving us rotten meat or if they're contaminating our air. They don't want the government to mix in with anything. They want us to be bereft of Social Security, bereft of Medicaid, bereft of Medicare, bereft of the Affordable Care Act. The GOP wants us to strangle in pollution and oil. And they want to give themselves a hefty pay raise. I am not going to accept the birther bastard's tax cut. I will not accept any tax cut. I'm gonna take that tax cut if I see it, and I'm gonna send every bit of it back to the government. I'm gonna send it back to the IRS with a note. Tell that piece of shit birther bastard, that traitor Putin, traitor, that piece of shit, I don't want anything from him. Nothing. There's no one who hates that shithead more than I, and I hate him and his party. I don't want nothing from him. A tax cut so that they'll raise tolls, they'll raise sales tax, they'll take away social programs, they'll give all the big tax cuts are going to the rich bastards who will keep it for themselves and fuck us. As they did in 2008 when we had the housing crisis, when we had the Great Recession. Remember? I do. Because I've read 1984. Ladies and gentlemen, Rachel Maddow says, watch what he does, not what he says. We saw what he said during his campaign. Now we got to watch what he does. Everything this creep does. Someone was an activist against Putin was poisoned a second time, and his mentor was murdered by Putin, and this shithead doesn't do anything about it because he loves Putin. Okay? This shithead has nominated a 1984-style cabinet to help the Republican Party, as I said before, destroy our federal government. Okay, this is what he's doing. He is allowing people who have mental diseases to have guns. He is trying to roll back Obamacare. He wants to destroy Dodd-Frank. Okay? Him and his party are going to nominate as many of the shitheads as they can, and if you haven't felt the shit yet, you're going to. Watch what this creep does. Because everything he does is to destroy us. Forget about what he says. He's trying to confuse us. He's a totalitarian using Orwellian methods. Ignore what he says. Ignore what his White House says. His press secretary and that other idiot. See what he is doing. And remember, he hasn't shown his tax returns. He hasn't given up his businesses around the world. He hasn't admitted to the Putin thing. Okay? Remember that. We have an illegitimate president now in this office. Illegitimate. And keep bringing that up to his face. I love science fiction movies. And every morning I wake up and I have nothing but bad thoughts toward the birther bastard murderer Trump and his party, GOP, fascist party. Nothing but bad thoughts. And in these science fiction movies, I've seen some where the character's mind, his thoughts can kill. Forbidden Planet, The Brood. All right? On The Outer Limits, The Power. Remember The Power? Well, that wasn't The Outer Limits. But there was one with Donald Pleasance where he had this power. And when he got angry, he sent this power out to destroy. All I gotta say to you, Trump, and to your fascist party and your cabinet of shitheads, you're lucky that my thoughts can't kill.